Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cynthia's Corner. Let's stop dancing around it. Christian nationalism is a white supremacy with a Sunday morning soundtrack. It's the same old hate, polished by Bible verses, blasting through megaphones at rallies, and now legislated in our daily lives. These people aren't defending faith. They're defending a racial hierarchy, and it shows. Christian nationalism has always needed anti-Blackness to survive. You see it every time a politician tries to erase the brutality of slavery and Jim Crow from history books because teaching actual history threatens their power. It shows up when Tennessee lawmakers expel Black representatives for standing up with kids demanding an end to gun violence. Because apparently decorum matters more than preventing children from being shot in church pews. And it's loud every time a governor signs anti-protest laws aimed squarely at Black communities resisting police brutality. Insert the Black Panthers here. These folks pretend they're protecting heritage, but what they're really protecting is a country where Black people stay in a place they refuse to stay in anymore, at the bottom. And the anti-LGBTQ bigotry isn't about morality, it's about control. Florida banning gender affirming care, Texas trying to investigate parents of trans kids like criminals, multiple states banning drag shows while their own politicians get caught in sex scandals. This isn't holiness. It's an obsession. They're policing bodies because free, joyful, queer experience challenges the fragile little world they try to force the rest of us to live in. And the anti-woke crusade? That's just the latest rallying cry of the Sleepwalker Brigade. Woke simply means seeing injustice, and they can't have that. Because if people wake up and recognize racism, sexism, queerphobia, and corruption, then Christian nationalism loses its grip. That's why they burn books, threaten teachers, defund public education, and scream about critical race theory like it's the boogeyman hiding in their prayer closets. Look at the modern politics. Project 2025, an openly theocratic blueprint backed by Christian nationalist groups, aiming to tell women what we're allowed to do with our bodies, tell gay people who they're allowed to love, and tell Black people what history we're allowed to learn. Lawmakers calling the Bible higher than the Constitution, openly promoting replacing democracy with theocracy. School boards taking over by Moms for Liberty, banning anything that acknowledges racism or queer existence. Presidential candidates, and now the president, declaring America a Christian nation, which has never meant all Christians welcome. It means white, straight, conservative Christians in charge and everyone else in danger. Christian nationalism isn't about Christ. It's about control. It's about hierarchy. It's about picking a chosen people and declaring everyone else expendable. And let me be clear. Christian nationalism is the greatest internal threat to American democracy today, not because of what it believes, because of what it is willing to destroy to stay in power. Truth, rights, education, science, history, freedom, and human progress itself. If America is going to move forward, we have to rip off the mask and call this ideology what it is: a weapon aimed at the very people fighting to build a just society. The fight isn't left versus right. It's democracy versus domination. And Christian nationalism, or it's more affectionately called Christofascism, it's choosing domination every single time.